Hey, Loco sports fans, welcome to a Saturday night edition of the Loco Sports Lowdown. I think we were all kind of running on fumes at the end of this long week, so we decided to punt from Friday night to Saturday and catch our breath a little bit. I know I benefited from a good night's sleep overnight and felt much fresher today to sit around and watch basketball most of the day and a little bit of baseball with the World Baseball Classic. But March Madness definitely upon us, and the madness of our March has definitely settled in. The spring sports season is in full swing. We got a ton of games going on every night right now, of every variety. I mean, you got baseball, softball, soccer, lacrosse, all kinds of stuff. I don't think I even got lacrosse scores in here, but I have about everything else scrolling the ticker from the last couple of nights. But it's been a whirlwind. So we'll catch you up on all of that stuff tonight. Tell you about USCB's weekend so far. Been a bit of a downer out at around with the baseball and softball so far this weekend, but hopefully better things to come. Let you know how the USC Salk men have been doing in their district tournament, and a few other things that'll pop up along the way. But how are you doing, Wes? You're on mute, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, okay. I was, yeah. Yeah,
How you
I'm
doing,
doing
buddy?
great. Certainly, um, it was another tough day for the Sand Sharks, but some positive signs. Baseball had North Georgia on the ropes at least early. A great start by Matt Navarro, who was perfect through three, and then was really solid through six. And the bullpen unfortunately let it slip away. And it was the final score is 15-6, but does not show how the game really went because North Georgia put up 9 runs in the ninth inning as the bullpen just
Yikes!
collapsed. So, and then
So it was a tie game.
it was tied 6-6 heading into the ninth, and
Oh,
USCB had like a 6-1 lead in like the sixth inning or so. Um,
mm, mm,
and
mm, mm.
yeah,
That's
it was
depressing. That's
it was
hard.
tough to see,
That's
especially
that's
because
hard to
Navarro
swallow.
pitched so well, and I we'll get into more of this later, but I do have some thoughts about
Yeah.
that game. Softball, 0-3 this weekend against Lander. The most painful one being the first one where they were up 3 runs heading into the final inning, and Lander scored 5. I believe the Sand Sharks were a
Mm.
strike away from a victory at one point, and they ended up losing 9-7, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of the other two games where they fell 6-1 and 9-1.
Yeah,
So
rough
yeah,
weekend for the
rough
USCB
weekend. Baseball
Diamond.
is one more, but yeah, it's this conference is tough, and Lander and North Georgia are certainly two quality teams in both.
Right.
In both.
Yeah, Lander
Yep.
softball, North Georgia baseball, no question. I mean, it's a tough league, no doubt about it. And the let's see, did that finish up? Looked like North Georgia was going to lose the men. Just speaking of the Peach Belt, while we're on it, I guess we can dispense with this. That still got 2 teams left from the Peach Belt in the NCAA D2 tournament. Lander and Columbus State men won today. North Georgia men lost. Columbus State and Augusta women both bowed out in the first round. So there's your Peach Belt hoops update of the teams that are not USCB. We don't care all that much, but we're keeping tabs just to see how they finish things up. And then also on the college basketball front, because it is March Madness. I mean, I keep peeking
Mhm.
over here at this
Yep.
MAC
And
championship
Selection
game.
Sunday is tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah, we got to get a bracket challenge going.
Yes,
For
I can set
sure.
that up. Yep.
You want to be in charge of that? All right, you get it set up. I'll blast it out.
Yeah.
And then, but while we're on the subject of basketball, USC Salk men, they were our last vestige of basketball in the Lowco, playing out of Walterboro. They're in the District 10 tournament. They won their first round game. They only scored like 115 in that one. It was weak sauce. But they lost in the semis to Brunswick, unfortunately. So they won't be going to the NJCAA. They won't be going out to Hutch this year, unfortunately. But a good run for them as well. And now basketball season totally over in the Loco, but
Well,
totally
we
on
still
the
have
front
transfer news
burner.
and other stuff to talk about, I'm sure.
True. Speaking of which, the relating to USCB men, I don't know if we've discussed this on the show yet, but Karan Anderson did enter the portal.
Mm.
Not super surprised at that necessarily. I think that makes a little bit of sense. But then the other one is Nolan Paladugu entered the portal.
Hmm.
However, I did exchange messages with Nolan and with Coach Fudala, and they both indicated that there's a good chance that Nolan still ends up back at USCB.
Hmm.
They discussed it, and he wanted to test the waters and see what was out there. But he said he is not at all opposed to coming back if it makes sense. And Fudala said, he really hopes that he'll be back. So could be more to that than it appears, and he
Yeah,
may end up staying put. It's not a bad blood or a bridge burned type thing at all.
exactly. Yep.
So we'll see. And then of course they're out on the recruiting trail. I haven't seen any women hopping in the portal, although I did see that Michaela Primo's back in it after
Okay.
leaving USCB for Aiken.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
so yeah,
Yeah.
Primo in the portal. That'll be her fourth school in 5 years. USCB, she stayed for 2 years, was injured the second. So
Yep.
we'll see
Yeah.
where
It's
it goes.
it's gonna be interesting to see where everyone goes in this transfer portal era. And I think that after the season that the women had, you got to think that there's going to be a higher level of interest in transfers toward Cherry
Yeah,
Versus program after what they did this year. That's the hope, and I think that we're going to see a couple of more players have the interest in coming here. Great conditions, well run program, and right near the beach. There's a lot of drawing. There's a lot of points you can draw on and how you can draw. Um, Especially on the girls' side, but the guys' side too. Both of them, how you
yeah,
can draw more talent. I think that I think this is only the beginning for both these two programs, and you
hmm
hope that they can continue to take steps forward. And this year, I talked about how year 3 was big, but this fourth year, coming up in 27, you're going to have that first full graduating class. So you're going to have a lot more of
yeah,
seniors. They're going to have a lot to prove. I mean, you want to wrap up your time here and push them even further. And it's going to be a big time year for a lot of those players who have been 4-year guys and 4-year girls or 4-year women on that
yeah.
on both those programs.
Oh, look, we got a shout out from my aunt Edith back in Kansas.
Welcome to the
I think
show.
she's still living in
Yep.
Kansas. Her daughter down in Oklahoma. So yeah, you never know who will be tuning in to the Loco Sports Lowdown to hear about USCB basketball and the transfer portal. But no, a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Just me and Wes, it looks like. So we'll hang out for as long as we need to get you caught up on what's happening. The show sponsored as always by Mickelson Law Firm and WHHI TV. Mickelson Law Firm, our original sponsor. They've been with us since the beginning. They can help you with all your legal needs in downtown Bluffton, but they're our official real estate closing attorney and presenting sponsor of the Loco Sports Lowdown, presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage, I should say. HHCA baseball, of course, off to a great start, and I know their soccer teams are looking solid as well over there this year. A lot of great things going on at HHCA, and Mickelson Law Firm is a big part of all of that, as well as everything here at LowcoSports.com. WHHI TV are our great partners in local sports, and we're missing our friend Marcus Walsh tonight. He had a busy day with the fam and has an
Yep.
early start tomorrow, so he's taking the night
St.
off.
Patty's Day
But
parade tomorrow.
right, he's the he's broadcasting the parade with Mr. Libby.
That is
Kevin
worth a
Libby. So,
watch for sure.
yeah, yeah.
And I think the
Is there gonna be
weather's
a
going to
live stream of
cooperate.
that?
I
How
think the
about
weather's
live
going to
stream?
cooperate. I believe the rain's going to stop midday, so I think the parade should be good to go. From what
Well, the
I've
show
heard.
must go on.
Yes.
Are
So
we
just
having weather tomorrow? I didn't know we were having weather
some rain in
tomorrow.
the
I hope
morning from
not.
what I saw last I
Rather
checked.
not.
But I think it's not going to be as bad. I think it's just morning rain, then it's going to get out of here.
All right. I'd rather not get much rain.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
softball to
it's
play
the
this
chance
week.
is starting to dwindle, so it's not looking as
Good
bad.
deal.
So I think that the parade should go on as scheduled.
Indeed. Good deal. Yeah, we got a St. Patty's softball matchup on Tuesday. We don't
Yes.
want to
Heck
lose
yeah.
that.
Yep.
But yeah, WHHI TV, great partners in local sports. And as Wes mentioned, you can watch the Hilton Head St. Patty's Day Parade on WHHI with Marcus Walsh and Kevin Libby on the call, so to speak, kind of doing the
Oh
MC
man, that's
thing.
going to be awesome.
That will be a good time, a good watch for sure.
I'm just kind of the amount of pop culture references we'll see in an hour from Kevin
Oh.
Libby is going to be
Off the
Can't even
charts.
count. Yeah.
Off the
Yep.
charts. I think we were last together on Wednesday. Yeah,
I
it
believe so.
feels.
Oh, it's been
Um,
yes, I believe so. Wednesday night when we had Gina on to
yeah,
talk
because
about
Thursday night we had Under the Bus.
Thursday was under
Friday
the
night
bus,
we were all
Friday,
just
you
cooked.
yeah, and then
Friday
yeah,
we were all cooked,
it's already
and
Saturday.
that brings us to Saturday. The days just keep rolling on.
Yeah.
But Thursday night, looking over the scores, a few baseball scores. Bridges Prep beating JP2 7-3. Is that right? Did I record that? Is that recorded correctly? That's a good win for Bridges
Yes,
Prep.
very nice.
Where
Yeah,
is
that
it?
Bridges Prep program, we talked about them last year a bit when they were really starting to. I believe they got some new baseball fields,
Sure
and
enough.
they were on the rise this season. Ended a couple of tough losses in the playoffs, but I think they're looking even better this year, and that's a surprising result to say the least for how well Bridges Prep is, or for how good JP2 has been. Now, Bridges Prep, it's a heck of a
Yeah,
result.
JP2 defense let them down a little bit in that one. 5
That
errors.
can happen. It's high school
They got in
baseball.
a 4-0 hole
That's
early
high
and
school
weren't able to
baseball.
get out of it. Sure is. Yeah,
Mhm.
and Bridges, it was at Bridges, and it looks like they have a skin infield, which is kind of unusual for high school baseball, to not have, the grass infield. So that could have played a factor too. I mean, home field advantage playing on a different kind of surface than, of
Yes.
course, travel ball, we all play on that, but when you get to high school, usually you have the traditional grass infield on a baseball field. So it's definitely a factor. Gets on you a little faster on that stuff than it does when it hits in the grass. So that's a great win for Bridges Prep. They're having a good season so far. Beaufort lost to White Knoll 10-6. Savannah Jaguars beat Beaufort Academy bad. Carleton Prep lost to Williamsburg 4-2. Some soccer results: Carleton County 8-0 over Silver Bluff.
Wow.
Battery Creek, the Hardyville girls 3-0. And the
Carleton's
Christian,
looking great to start the year. I'm impressed by them.
yeah,
I
they've
mean,
looked solid.
the competition has not been, the
Yeah,
strongest.
Hardyville girls just have no depth. They have like
Yeah.
almost no subs.
Yeah.
It's some
Yeah,
iron
but
women
I
out
mean,
there.
maybe Carleton, we've said this, I know we've said this a bunch, maybe they've been competitive. Some sports they have, sometimes has been the
Mhm.
case, but it's encouraging the way they've been scoring
Oh, for
early in the
sure.
year. Yep.
Then on the boys' side, JP2 beat Beaufort 4-1, and Battery Creek blank Colleton County 1-0. Battery Creek boys have played well
Yes, they
early on
have.
here. And then we came to Friday, and
Yeah.
you had some calls out
Yep.
there. Was it just baseball at home this weekend? Softball? No,
Uh,
they were both, right?
oh yes, they're both home. Baseball
Yeah,
against North Georgia's, softball is home against Lander. They wrapped up their
yeah.
series today. Baseball still has the one more to go tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, 0-5 combined so far. Those two teams against quality squads. I mean, look, they're going up against first place teams in the conference, so this is uh, these these matchups have not been easy in this Peach Belt, especially this week. You look at baseball, but the way they put up a fight here today, I what a performance by Matt Navarro. He was spectacular in this game, and he was making batters miss left and right early on. And I mean, the offense gave him a lead, and he was terrific today. As I pull up the box score, but quality start, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, no walks against a North Georgia team that is batting over 320 and is 12-1 the Peach Belt. That is a
Dang.
spectacular start for Matt Navarro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That's a game you have to win. That is a game you should win. Or I mean, yes, North Georgia is a great team, but I mean the way that Matt Navarro gave you the 6 innings that Matt Navarro gave you, that will give you as good a chance to win as any against
Right.
this North Georgia team.
Yeah, when you get that kind of outing against that kind of team and you have that kind of opportunity, man, it hurts to not take advantage of it. Yeah, that hurts. It's wasted a gem today. So, yeah, tough stuff there.
Yeah, but
That
yeah,
was that was
that
yesterday's
was
game or
today.
yesterday's
Yesterday,
game.
it was
Yeah,
Joe Turner who had a good start, and it's a
right.
very similar script there, where he was perfect the first 3 innings. I mean, he was cruising. Second time through life is always more difficult, but um, just I think today more so was the real disappointing one, just because you had a big lead. The first game, it was kind of back and forth, and I mean, USB just couldn't score much early in that one. Whereas this game, you put up 4 in the third, you went up 6-1 heading to the sixth inning, and and the 2 runs that North Georgia gave up, or the USB gave up to North Georgia in the sixth were unearned. So it wasn't the fault of Navarro at all. And then you couldn't clamp down and get the win because just struggles and tough performances by the bullpen. And that was that 9-run ninth. Ugh, that's you don't want to see. It's just base hits early, then blocks.
Deflating.
Yeah, it is deflating, especially when this game was going in your favor. It was going in your favor, and it's look, it's hard to, I'm it's spur of the moment. You're trying to make the best decisions possible to get your team a win. But if I was Brian Lewis, I would have put all the chips in the middle of the table to win this game when you're up 6-1, or even when you're up 6-3.
Yeah. 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 So did he not use his closer?
Well, they went to their so Navarro went 6. They went to just a reliever who hasn't seen much time after that, and it just they didn't go to you normally have, I guess the situation is they just need more depth in the bullpen. I mean,
right.
When you look at quality teams, that you have at least 1 or 2 guys to say, okay, when you have Liam good to put the ball in his hands, he's going to get me through the 7th and 8th, or this guy's going to get me through the 7th, this guy's going to get me through the 8th. USCB just has not developed those kinds of late inning relievers yet on this team. Ian Barnes was that guy, but now he's a starter, and they're trying to find just the progress of these relief pitchers, and it hasn't been there up to this point. And I think that's really what USCB needs right now, is just depth in the bullpen, and just maybe a couple more guys to fill in defensively and at the plate. But when you have a 6-1 lead against a number 20 team, you have to, especially when you're 0-4 in conference and you're looking to get that first conference win, you have nothing to lose at this point. You got to go all in. And
yeah, man, you're right. I mean, you got to try to get one.
I would put my best guy I have left available in this series, put him on the mound, and say, you're going to get the last 3 outs and win us this game. And if you win that game, that's a huge momentum build the rest of the year, just to beat a top 25.
Yeah. So I mean, they easily. Barnes hasn't pitched yet. Is he the game 3 starter?
Barnes, well, he has normally pitched Saturday, but he is not thrown yet in the series, so I assume he would go tomorrow.
Oh, so they could have piggybacked him today and then done bullpen game tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, they probably should have done that. I mean, you may not get that opportunity again. Probably should have closed that one out. Hindsight's 2020, obviously, but when you, like you said, you got a top 20 team on the ropes, and you got arguably your best pitcher sitting down there, and he's got closing experience. I think you gotta punt on that one and say, hey, we're winning this one today, boys. We'll figure out tomorrow. It might rain tomorrow, So I don't know, but
it's tough. I mean, there are downsides and upsides to both of those decisions, and it's hard because you're trying to commit to a schedule, but at the same time, you're in a situation where, like, we have a chance to get what would be a signature win for this program.
Yeah, and then you're probably also at the same time, though, going, well, shit, Turner, he shut him down, and then we shut him down today, and so if Barnes can shut him down tomorrow, maybe we can steal this one and get him tomorrow. That maybe just greedy. Maybe just greedy.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to get too much into it, but that's hey, it's a good North Georgia team. I think USCB is showing promise with how they're playing, but that it's definitely deflating what happened in the 9th inning. I mean, it was maybe you at least try to give yourself a chance to keep it close and give your offense a shot, but not to be.
Yeah. Speaking of offense, none from softball today. Yesterday they had a
it kind of all fell apart after that game 1 loss, where they were all over Lander, and then they let's see, I believe they were up 6-2 in that first game over Lander, and then they got an insurance run to make it 6-3 or 7-4 rather 7-4. 7-4 heading into the seventh, and then Lander scores 5 in the seventh inning, including a couple where the Sand Sharks were a strike away from winning, and Lander just got the big time plays when they needed them and stole it. Yep, a walk to tie the game and then a 2 RBI single by Savannah Price. That was the difference. But I mean, yeah, after 2 outs, we had 2 walks in a row, which is tough to see, and then that single by Price to score the 2 go-ahead runs, and that was that. And then after that, it kind of took the wind out of you, and you kind of felt that. Unfortunately, hindering them today. Lost 6-1 and 9-1. The offense just slumped continually from that point. And Lander's a good team though. Lander's a solid team in this conference. So, I mean, it could have been different. I think those last 2 games would have definitely been different if they would have won that first one, which is the unfortunate part about it. But still a lot. Still 2 series. You still the good thing about this conference is there's 10 teams. You just have to be in the top 8 to get in.
Right.
And right now they're still tied for 8th. So I mean, you're still right there, even though Lander's a good team. They're 16-7 overall. They might be the best team in the conference other than North Georgia. North Georgia might be number 1, and Lander might be number 2 right now. So, I mean, your first 2 series, tough ones against Lander and Columbus State, and now I believe you go back on the road next week, and there will be some more winnable series coming up for them. So, all is not lost for USB softball, but a frustrating result, especially after that first game. But they go to Georgia College this weekend, and that's a very winnable series, or one they could win. They're 2-4, 15-13. So that one is a much bigger, or in terms of a team that they have a good chance of beating 2 out of 3 times at least. But that's always a little bit more difficult on the road. But the opportunity is still there and that's one that maybe you'll learn from. You hope, and you're right back at it on Wednesday, home against Savannah State. So hopefully they can get right back off the mat and back to it, because this is still a great offense. You got a terrific pitcher in Madison Murphy. She is itching to just get another opportunity, and after something like that happens. So, I'm not. This team is a lot more softball left to play. They're going to grow from it, and you hope that it kind of really sparks you to find that X, especially after that first game. But I think they'll be fine. I think that this offense is going to find a way to bounce back after the 2 tough performances today.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Man, there was still more wrestling happening today. I guess it was Youth State in Georgia today. Summer Estrella, who we've gotten to know quite well. Summer Estrella, she's now three-time state champion this spring, because she won the girls state title for middle school, and then she won the South Carolina state title for kids, and now the Georgia state title for kids.
That's fantastic.
Man, a lot of wrestling, but good for her. So rough weekend so far for USCB. Guys still have one more tomorrow. What time's that one?
First pitch? 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
First pitch. Yep.
So hopefully any weather clears out before then, and they can get that one in out at the Shark Park. You on the call? You got the call?
Yes, that'll be at 1 o'clock. The weather, I think, is going to come in earlier, so hopefully it won't be too much rain. That's just a worry if it's a lot of rain, but I don't think it'll be too much, so I think we should be fine for tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. But we should be good for that game to go as planned, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
ground's awfully dry right now, so
Yeah.
most of these fields can take a little bit of water,
Yep.
as long as it doesn't all
Yes.
come at once too
Yep.
too quickly and
Yep.
flood us up. But all
Exactly.
right, cool. Looking at some other stuff going on. That'll be the only thing going on tomorrow, obviously.
Yes.
But last night we had a bunch of stuff. Some baseball. Colleton County beating Battery Creek 16-0. Bridges Prep 19-1 over Whale Branch. Andrew Jackson 10-0 over Cross. HHCA with another tough win 6-4 over Trinity Collegiate. Hilton Head Prep 8-0 over First Prep Christian, and Colleton Prep 14-3 over Jefferson Davis. I think that was 2 days in a row. Yeah, Colleton Prep lost the previous day. So nothing really jumping out there. HHCA obviously off to another really good start, along with JP2, although we mentioned JP2 with that kind of interesting loss to Bridges Prep. That tells us Bridges Prep is pretty solid. But HHCA now 7-1. The one loss was to Savannah Christian, who they had beaten earlier. Both games were crazy. Friday night they did what? They got a really good outing from Trey Nelson. He went six hits, 1 run, none unearned, 7 strikeouts, no walks, and they were up 6-1 going to the 7th, and then they got 3 against the bullpen. So pretty easy win, relatively stress-free win for HHCA. No home runs, but Slade did go 2 for 3 with a double. So nice win there.
Yep.
Looking at softball, JP2 blanked HHCA 15-0. Same score for May River over Beaufort. So May River, they had lost to JP2 a couple nights ago. They bounced back big against Beaufort. Bridges Prep 22-0 over Whale Branch. Colleton 20-1 over Hilton Head. Andrew Jackson 8-4 over Cross. Colleton Prep 17-0 over JDA, and Legacy Christian beat Victory Christian 15-1. A lot of lopsided games on the softball front. We have haves and have-nots in softball big time in this area right now. The have-nots of us are trying to catch up, but it's a battle. And then we had some soccer going on Friday night as well. Bluffton girls 2-0 over Beaufort, and the Bluffton boys won 4-1. So great starts to region play for the Bobcats. Hilton Head girls beat Bishop England 1-0.
That's a nice win. Very nice win for the Seahawks.
Yeah, huge win for the Seahawks there. Kind of sets the tone for them to be right there at the top of the heap, along with they'll have to play Bishop England again, and then you figure Bluffton would be in the mix as well as May River. So it should be a good little battle in that region. Hampton 2-1 win over Edisto in overtime in region play on the girls' side. And then over on the guys' side, didn't see the score for the Hilton Head Bishop England. We've been looking for that one. Haven't been able to find it. But the Bluffton boys 4-1 over Beaufort. May River 9-0 over Colleton. Hampton a 2-1 win over Edisto. Cross 9-0 over Royal Live Oaks. Stall beat Hardyville 2-1. They had beaten us 3-1 previously in the Charleston shootout. So it's a good effort. And then John Paul II 3-2 double overtime win over Hilton Prep. So that's a battle.
Some exciting results there, especially for that 6-4 region, which I think that they're going to be all those teams are going to be in this thing. But I think the team that really jumps out is Beaufort, specifically for what they're able to do, or Bluffton rather, Bluffton the Bobcats on the girls and the guys side, as they get the sweep 2-0 and 4-1 over Beaufort, and then you mentioned
so Bluffton just had a ton of girls sign, right?
They did.
Yeah, so that's usually a pretty good indicator.
Yeah.
If you got a senior class that has several kids going on,
always takes me back to that Hilton Head class. I believe it was 13 when they had, I gotta say, like majority of teams signed to play at at next level that year. It was almost the entire starting 11. It was crazy. That team was crazy good, and so it kind of reminds me of just the seeing how Bluffton has the depth that they've developed and the players that they're sending to the next level. they're looking to be solid
Yeah.
again this year. So yeah,
Well, they got a
I'm
keeper in
buying stock
Alexa
on Bluffton.
Smith
Yep.
who's going, and then they got goal scorers and defenders who are
Yeah,
going too. So they got like college players at every level of the field. That's
they
pretty
do.
nice.
But Hilton Head, they shut out Bishop England. That's a perennial strong team in that region. So congrats to the Seahawks. May River 4-1 over Carleton. That's to be expected. Um, on the boys' side, Coach Fox still going strong over there. That's a nice solid win. May River puts up 9 on Carleton. Yeah, still looking for a boys' score between Hilton Head Soccer, Hilton Head Bishop England. I've not found a
Right?
boys'
Isn't that
score.
odd? Um, Both those
It's
schools
very
usually
tough
pretty
for
good
sure.
about putting their stuff
Yeah,
out, but we
yeah.
have not seen that one. So let us know if you got that one out there somewhere. But yeah, soccer's starting to kick into
Hilton had a
region play
good year
now.
in soccer, but
Um,
they lost to Bluffton, if you remember, in the playoffs, and that was a tight game,
right.
could have gone either way. Hilton Head did lose a couple of seniors, but I think they'll still be competitive. I'm not sure if they'll be as good as they were last year, but like I said, I haven't seen many of the results yet, so we'll have to find out. Although they did lose 4-0 to St. Andrews, 6-0 to Stratford, 6-1 to Richmond Hill. They get up a good amount of
Yeah.
goals, so certainly the defense has me worried a bit, especially these last couple of matches. So I'm interested to see how they do against Bishop England, and then St. Patty's Day against Bluffton. A nice little
Ah,
yeah,
St.
it's a little
Patty's Day Derby.
yes, Derby. I'm trying to find the best
The
Irish
Derby.
Irish
The
expression.
Derby. Yeah, it's a derby. But yeah, soccer is
Yep.
heating up. Los Canes have Bamberg at home on Monday. Apparently Bamberg been talking all kind of trash on
Oh,
Snapchat and such. I don't know, but Los Canes are fired up.
nice.
They're ready to go.
Yep.
But track and field is also, it's starting to heat up, and we had one of our kind of our majors, I guess you would say, as far as our area goes today with the Marwin Klein Invitational. Our friend Marwin Klein, of course, a star athlete, not only here in the Loco, but also at the University of Texas, where he was a great track star, and now back in the Loco training athletes. And he's the namesake of this track and field event at Whale Branch every year, a great event.
Yeah.
And we had pretty much everybody from the area in this thing. We always talk about the 100 meters being the fastest man and woman in the Loco. Well, for now, the title goes to Deshaun Albany from Ridgeland, sophomore. He ran 11:04 in the 100, but he barely got Caden Stewart from Hilton Head, who was in 11:12. So 0.08 of a second difference there. We'll have to see them battling it out this season. Albany also second in the 200 with Jonathan Kelly, the Jet, edging him in 22:33. The
Oh, yeah.
Jet's already a senior, Wes. You want to feel
What
old?
already?
Remember
Okay.
when Jet was a baby and we were hyping him up? Now he's a senior.
Goes by way too fast.
Yeah, it does. Albany second, and my guy Kamari Brown from Hardyville third in the 200. Caden Stewart did get his win, though, in the 400, 48-32. Barely edged Kamari Kelly from Calhoun County, with Hardyville's Kyrell Jameson in third. The 800, Kamari Kelly got his win, 159-72. He beat Zach Henderson from Hilton Head, formerly JP2, now a senior. But Henderson won the 1600 by 10 seconds and won the 3200 by 16 seconds. So good day for him. Second place in both those races to Blake Hubick from JP2. Hampton County's Tyler Davis won the 110 hurdles, barely edged the Jet, Jonathan Kelly. Isaac Smalls from Battery Creek edged Jalen Singletary from Hampton County for the 400 hurdles, 57-36. That's pretty good. Jumping over hurdles. May River won the 4x1. The boys barely edged Hampton and Hardyville in a good race. They also won the 4x4. The Sharks did, beat Blackville, Hilda, and Beaufort. And in the 4x8, May River as well. They swept all the relays. Hilton Head in second in that one. Hardyville's Daniel Briscoe, Bobo, the winner in the boys high jump, school record 6'2", 1.87 meters for Daniel Briscoe. So good stuff there. Tyler Davis, another win in the long jump, 6.38 meters, barely edged Isaac Smalls. Derek Roberts from Whale Branch won the triple jump, barely beat Davis by 200ths of a meter. Tyler Davis almost had a triple. Brennan Rodig won the pole vault for Bluffton. Discus went to Jamani Canty from Calhoun. He barely beat DiNardo Henry and Cordell McLean from Ridgeland. And boys javelin to Joey Haupt from HHCA. John Paul's Andrew Boyd in second. A couple of Skeeza football stars atop the javelin standings. And Jamani Canty from Calhoun also won the shot put. So that's the boys' winners. Catch my breath, and I'll tell you about the girls. Ariana Allen from Hampton won the 100-meter dash. She's the fastest woman in the Lowco for now. Tiana Frazier from Bluffton in second, and Hardyville's Kalani Mitchell in third. Try to get her to try softball. Just tap that ball and run to first, baby. Kendall Cohen from Hilton Head won the 200, 25-13, solid time. Tiana Frazier second, Ariana Allen third. So a lot of the same names popping up there. And then Cohen also won the 400, going away. 7 seconds is a lot in that race, 56.85. The 800 went to Taryn Hanna from Hampton County. Congratulations to Coach Hanna's daughter. 2:30.56, just barely beat Izelt and Tia, who we know very well from Beaufort. 1600 went to Giada Carge from Bluffton, 5:22. And the 3200 also to Carge in 11:50.71. 100-meter hurdles, Brianna Williams from Blackville Hilda beat Willow Dobson from Hampton. 400 hurdles, Emily Hunt from Bluffton, 9th grader in 1:12.45. 4x1, Whale Branch, barely over Hampton. 4x4, Beaufort, edging Bamberg, actually dominating Bamberg. Beaufort blew it out, 19-second win. And then Bluffton, a 5-second win over May River in the 4x8. Kalia Dobson from Hampton won the high jump in tiebreaker situation with Brooke Burke and Joy Johnson. Larmore Pryor from Whale Branch won the long jump. She's a senior now. Lyric Jones in second.
Yes, another multi-sport star.
And Lyric won the triple. 10.77.
She's a tremendous athlete. I mean, not just on basketball court, but man, she's got some hops. So tremendous performance from her and across the board for a lot of these, and especially Zach Henderson, what he was doing for Hilton Head with
absolutely
1600 and 3200, showing some good
and second in the 8. That's really solid. Lily Gluck from May River won the pole vault. May River had the only pole vaulters on the girls' side. So hey, if you want to go to state, become a girls pole vaulter. You'll score points. Azaria Williams from Bamberg won the discus. Brianjane McMillan from Bamberg won the javelin, and Kisharia McMillan from Bamberg won the shot. So Bamberg be coaching them throwers. Bamberg's good at everything, man. We aspire to be like them. Their community really supports what's going on, and they have a good thing going up there with their high school athletics in Bamberg Earhart. So shout out to them. So there you go. That's some track and field. That kind of sets the standard for who we're kind of keeping an eye on this year.
We're going to be following the rest of the year.
Yeah. We got a ton of talent in that sport around, and so should be a great season in that sport throughout the Lowco. And that, my friends, is about all that's been going on here in the Loco. So I think we're going to go ahead and go ahead.
Starting to kind of find out who's going to be the major factors in a bunch of these sports. I'm looking to get out to some soccer games, especially that one that on Tuesday is going to be great between Bluffton and Hilton. It always is. Look, that girls' game should be as well. Hilton's girls looking really solid. I believe normally they'll play the guys will play at one school, the girls will play at the other. So I guess Hilton will probably host Bluffton. That's the way they've done it in the past.
So I got that here somewhere. Tuesday.
Yeah, Bluffton's at Hilton Head Tuesday at 7. That'll be a good one.
The girls are at Bluffton or at Hilton Head.
No, the girls are at Hilton Head.
The guys, the guys are at Bluffton. Yeah.
Yep. That's correct.
Both should be pretty good. Girls should be really good, right?
Girls would be the one to go to, in my opinion. But really, both are great. Both would be good watches on either Bluffton or Hilton Head, and then Yeah, so soccer's really starting to get into full swing. Baseball, yes, I believe region play starts this week for baseball. Is it because I know
Yeah, I think
Buford's
so.
a
I don't
pitching
know
big
that
one,
I
so I
have.
believe
I
I
don't
think
have the whole schedule filled out for
yeah, so I
baseball
think
yet, but
baseball really gets going this week with
yeah, you
region.
got May River, Hilton Head, Bishop England, Beaufort, and that will leave Bluffton,
Yep,
Colleton
yep.
in
So this is
that
when it
region.
starts to get fun, especially when you get these kinds of matchups. Um, yeah, Hilton Head so far. I mean, haven't
They've looked
played.
really good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 10
I'd
nothing
say
over
Hilton
Lowco
Head
their
baseball
leadership
has
in the
looked
6 for
outstanding.
Frederica. They they've been putting up runs, which I mean they've
Yeah.
scored 6 runs in every game. So or yeah, they've scored 6 runs in at least every game so far. So the offense is looking pretty impressive. They've given up a few in a couple of them, but I'm excited to see what the offense looks like. I'll have to make it out. Yeah, I might make it out to the old Ron Costello Field on Monday to catch this Hilton team in action.
Yeah, Hilton Head gets 2 home games out of
Yep.
the deal, Monday and Friday, and then May River. They'll be at May River on Wednesday,
Yep.
where the Bugs
Yeah.
are just
The
bad
bugs
right
are
now,
the bugs
man.
are bad, so make sure to bring a bug
Oh,
spray. But Ron Costello Field is one of the best places to watch a baseball game, especially if you're in the press box with
no
that
doubt.
view. Sorry?
First place I got to watch one on Hilton Head
Yes.
Island or here in the Low Country was at Ron Costello Field.
Oh,
Low Country Heat back in
yes.
04, 05, 05.
Oh, yes, the Low Country Heat. Yep.
Randy McGarvey at the helm.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, Bluffton and Colleton don't play, so only those 4
Okay,
teams
that's
start,
interesting. So only 4 to
yeah,
6 teams
it
play?
is.
That's strange.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
they still play, just not each other.
Oh,
They
that
play
is
each other
interesting
next
because
week.
you don't have an odd number of
Yeah.
teams, so that's interesting. So
Right.
they
And I'm not sure how that didn't match up, but
Hmm.
it didn't.
Right.
So yeah, looking ahead to Monday, we got a few things going on. Definitely some baseball, softball, soccer, all the things. All the things are happening. The like you said, the Region 7 4A is going to settle in now to their Monday, Wednesday, Friday
Yep.
series, and I think that's. I don't know who's going Tuesday, Thursdays, who's going Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. They got to split them up by classification more or less so you can have enough
Yeah. I
officials
like the Monday, Wednesday,
for
Friday
everybody.
format.
Sure.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
you got to have enough officials for
and
everybody
you
to go
get yeah,
around.
that is true. That is
Like in
always
1A, we only play home and home. We just play 2.
right. Yeah, and that was the
We're
case
back
in
to
4A until
we're back
recently.
to 3 softball teams in our region now.
Yeah, it
Allendale's back
was
to
well, we only played 2 until very recently, and then we switched to 3, I think, like, last year, the
right.
year before. It was pretty recent. We used to
Yeah,
just
a
play
couple
2.
years back.
Yeah.
I like the 3-game series
I
for
do like
sure.
the 3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, it's nice that the at least, like, in other sports, like, you only like, even college baseball, you don't even get to play home and home, but here, at least each team gets at least 1 home game, which is nice because it's easier to travel, so
Right.
that's a benefit. Well, I mean, you had
Yeah.
home and home anyway, but yeah, I like the 3 game sets. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
More baseball?
More baseball is always better. Can't complain
Yeah.
about more baseball. And a lot of baseball. A lot of baseball
A lot of
going on
baseball to
for
talk
sure.
about, yeah.
Plenty of baseball.
Indeed.
But let's get into some sponsors and then do our parting thoughts and get on with things. We've got a number of sponsors to shout out. Hudson Seafood House on the Docks is a great place for seafood, sunsets, and cocktails on Hilton Head Island. And presenting sponsor of Under the Bus. We've got new episodes all the time on the Lowco Media Network. Haven't really settled into a schedule during this crazy spring. We've got to see
Yeah.
when everybody's available, but keep an eye out. Just subscribe to the Lowco Media on YouTube, and you'll never miss an episode of Under the Bus, presented by Hudson Seafood House on the Docks. Great place, right on Skull Creek. Great time of the year to hang out over at Hudson's too. Twinge and Twombly are our personal injury attorney friends. They provide a remarkable service, but they have a rare name over in Beaufort. You'll never forget that name, Twinge and Twombly, personal injury attorneys. If you're in a pickle, call on them. And HHI Windows and Doors wants to improve your view of the Lowco. That's our friend Coach Barron from Hilton Head Prep. He hung up his whistle after a great coaching career, and now he's focused on a new kind of screens, improving your view of the Lowco at HHI Windows and Doors. If you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level this offseason, you got to go to Reverence Wrestling Club, our official wrestling sponsor and presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. And if you want to be looking good, or if you just want to catch up on the gossip around town, you got to get to Jay's Barbershop, the place to be in Ridgeland, whether you need a haircut or not. So parting thoughts, it's just the two of us, so we can run wild with them if we want. What do you got, Wes?
Yeah, I have a couple I'm gonna go with, but I guess first I wanted to talk about I'll start with the World Baseball Classic, which has been going on today, or going on really this whole week. It's been fun to keep track of, but the exciting or the surprising score from today. How about the Italians as they keep on going? They knock off Puerto
stop,
Rico
won't stop.
6. Yeah, talk about the Cinderella of the tournament right here for what Italy was able to put up 4 runs in the first, 4 in the fourth. They kind of coasted through there, but Vinny Pasquantino continuing to rake, his teammate in Kansas City, Caniglione, also getting it done. So the Royals producing a lot of those Italian talents over there, but I'm quite impressed by what this Italian team. I mean, I don't think anyone came in this tournament saying, "Oh, Italy's going to be a factor." So, yeah, it's pretty cool to see them in the semifinals and the World Baseball Classic, as they will face most likely Japan, who's up 5-2 over Venezuela. I would think that Japan would have a good opportunity to hold on there, and we would see them taking on Italy, which will be intriguing. Certainly.
Italy is looking good. I saw a joke earlier today that that Team Italy is actually Team Long Island.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
So, they definitely got a lot of folks who, with the taking full advantage of the heritage rules of the World Baseball Classic. But honestly, if they didn't have such lax rules, like, we would only have like 5 teams that were any good.
True. And I think that makes it more exciting.
I think it's great. And it lets kind of marginal guys go and play in this thing and have an opportunity, like marginal big leaguers, but still have a chance to actually carry a team and do something cool. So no, I love this event. I love the single eliminationness of it. Once you get into the bracket, and I'm fully invested. What do you got?
I love the, every game's a game 7 knockout baseball. It's a ton of fun because you don't see that very often, where it's a single elimination format. I like it. I think it really.
What do you think? What did you think about a Rosarena and Raleigh? What did you think about that? See that?
I heard things about.
Yeah. So a Rosarena goes up, and he taps him, and he wants to shake Raleigh's hand, say hi to him. He goes up to bat, and Raleigh's like, "Nah." He's in the spirit of the competition, I guess. He didn't want to be friends with him, and Rosarena got upset about it. But man, when I saw the video, I was like, "Bro, just shake."
They're teammates in Seattle right now. Rosarena in Seattle. Yep.
Why wouldn't you dap him up? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me.
Look,
meanwhile, you see Tatis walk up there, and him and Contreras are hugging. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, look, it definitely depends. A lot of these international tournaments, you're in business mode. You're trying to win it for your country. So it kind of depends on the player, depends on who you are. But I mean, you might be teammates, but right now you're on opposite sides. So it's always fun to see those. You saw it in hockey. You see it in baseball now. Teammates who are now teammates who are now playing against each other, and the competitive juices really
just makes me think of Danny Rojas. You know, when he blasted his goalie in the face.
Oh boy.
Remember that one? In Ted Lasso? Danny Rojas.
Yeah,
he blasted his goalie in the face.
All right, I have one more parting thought with bringing it back to Lowco, because I talked a lot about that North Florida USCB series, but I forgot to mention what was probably may have been, but at least if not a very notable play that was made at the end of Friday night's game. So we will cue it up right now.
All right, what do we got here? Top of the ninth.
Is it not? Wait. Is it not? Oh, I got to unmute it. Now let's go.
Runners go. It's lined. Caught. Throw to second for 2. The first.
Oh no.
That's a triple play.
Triple play. Game-ending triple play.
No, not game ending. That was
Oh.
USCB who turned it.
Oh, USCB turned
Yeah,
it. Top of
USCB
the
turned it in the top of the inning.
Holy cow.
There you go.
That's amazing. I couldn't entirely see what
And how about
happened
that
there 'cause I
diving
didn't
catch
have
to
it in
start
full
it too
screen.
by Noah Campbell?
Yeah, run it back for me. Run
But
it
yeah,
back
let's
for
look
me.
at let's play one
I
more
got it
time.
full screen now. I want to
Yep.
see it one more time.
Yep. All right. Let's
right,
rewind
here
it
we
a bit here. So that was a 2-2 pitch. It'll happen on the
Yep.
next one. But
Here we go. Yeah, because I had it. The
Yeah.
screen was real small. I couldn't
Right.
really see what happened.
So here we go. Now the key is the runners are getting a head start.
Right,
On this
3-2.
pitch.
So they're all
Yep.
taking off.
So here we go.
That's thrilling.
Yep. Look at that catch though.
Oh my, laid out. Oh, and it
That's
was an easy triple play
Yes.
once he caught it.
yeah. The runners were dead right when he caught that. So
Yeah, absolutely dead.
Yep.
Holy cow, what a play.
Yeah.
That's thrilling.
Yeah.
I love a triple play.
Yeah.
Fantastical.
Yep.
All right, cool. So let me see here. I got at least one thing that I want to talk about. I may think of others. But this one caught my eye. You remember our friend Eli White, former Hilton Head Christian Academy basketball star.
Yes.
He was playing oh shoot. Let me see the post. There we go. Where was he playing at? Andrew College, I believe. He was named All-Region GCAA. That's a junior college. Eli White, All-Region GCAA. So that's pretty cool. He's a guy who was a grinder and tried to find a spot to continue his career and find a spot at Andrew College and to earn all-region honors definitely means something. He had a career high 27 earlier this season, so he definitely got a chance to be the guy there this year as a sophomore. Looks like he averaged 12.6 this year, and hopefully he gets a shot at a four-year school.
That'd be great.
Good stuff. Yeah, man. I don't know that I got anything else really. We had a great week of practice this week.
Fantastic.
Our softball team. I'll tell you that. I don't know what it's going to mean come game day, but we got Whale Branch on Tuesday, so I think we got a real shot at that one for sure. We split with them last year, so it should be a good battle. Then we got to play Bamberg again. They got us the other night, 15-0. But I'll tell you what, we got our own outs this time. They didn't walk off the bases at least. So that's worth something. All right, man. Well, good talking with you tonight. Good catching up with all of you about what's happening in the Lowco sports scene. And we will definitely be back, I would say no
probably
later
Monday.
Monday.
That's baseball.
Monday seems like the night.
Yep, lots of baseball getting going. I'll be at the Hilton Head River game. Looking forward to seeing the Seahawks and the Sharks for the first time at the Ron Costello Field.
Good stuff. So we'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making it possible, and to you for showing up to listen or watch. You're the reason we keep getting on here and talking about sports in the Lowco. So we'll see you next time. For Wes Kerr, I'm Justin Jarrett. Till next time, go Lowco.